What is up, Need for Speed racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. I'm here today with the BMW M3 Evolution E30. Viewer requested means you guys asked for it. The way that works is you drop a comment on this video down below what you want to see next. Whatever comment gets the most likes will be the next build that I put on the channel. Maybe not like the next one, but it will be in succession. I will put it in the to-do list and I'll get it to you guys. This one was requested by Helt Desmal. I know I butchered dude's name, but that's just how we work. He has won like 3 or 4 of these. Like, you guys are always upvoting and giving likes to whatever he puts out there. I think he's got a pulse on what people want to see, so that's pretty legit. It also probably helps that he is like omega fast at putting in those comments, like as the video drops. Sometimes before it's even out, he'll have the comment in there. So he's playing big brain moves. That all being said, happy to bring it to you guys. When originally myself and Nil put this together, we built it like we do all my cars. Grip. I'm a grip driver. That's what I like. Recently with Copium series, I've been practicing getting into the drift sector of things. It's just a little more optimal around some tracks. And I'm not a one-trick pony, so I'm working on a new discipline. I think I've got grip down really well. I'm pretty fast on a lot of tracks, so why not get another discipline under my belt as well? That being said, we built this for grip. It's a boat. This is not a grip car, you guys. It just makes the widest turns out of like anything I've had. I mean, I said that the M5 was a boat. No. This little super nimble, track-focused machine is a boat in this game. It just doesn't turn. I found myself doing micro drifts like off the track. It just doesn't lock in and hook. So to counteract that, we tried a couple of different setups, a couple different builds, and you really made some serious trade-offs to get the car to turn in, and it would rotate. So it wouldn't actually turn better, but you could start it to drift, and then you could at least set your line. And so in the spirit of that, if we're going to be drifting the car anyway, set it up as a drift build. So we brought the resident drifter, SlideQT, in on it, and he worked with us on a drift build. This is what we've got before you today. So this is a drift car. It's not a grip car, you guys. I tried to force it. It's just not even fun to drive. But if you're learning to drift, it's not a bad way to go. So the gameplay footage at the end is me crashing and thrashing and drifting all over the place. I'm not very good at it. I'm still new to it, but I at least kind of have some of the core concepts down. And so you guys will see me doing the best I can on that. That being said, as a drift car, it does pretty well. It's got a good top speed. This is the poster child for stats are bullshit and a 4-speed transmission is not better. And so I'll show you that in a second. And also to bring in some new stuff to the video, I'm going to try to like drop just a comment on the styling portion of things. People have been asking for that, so I think that there is a need for people wanting to know what they're getting into. I think the 370Z Nismo caught some people off guard because there's no customization options. So I kind of want to just break that down. I'm not going to go through all of them, but just give an idea for people. So let's go to the build. Let me show you what I've got, and we'll just dig into it all, you guys. For the styling portion of this, if you go to the body and then go to body kits, this screen right here will give you a lot of info on how many parts options there are. So that's the stock. There's 3 separate manufacturers that have got body kits there. So I would say that there's between 3 and 4 different bumper and fender parts options across the board. And you'll see there's various spoilers, louvers, all kinds of different stuff. So there's a lot of different things you can do with the body options. You can really customize it pretty far, you guys. Those mirrors, absolutely cool. I've never seen those mirrors on any other car, and I go through all of them. So I think these are exclusive to just the E30. Pretty sweet. They got that little dimple right in the front of them, just a little different. For the performance, the engine, it is the 6th engine over. It is the 6.2 liter V8, 460 brake horsepower when we start, and we go up a little ways from there. That is the Pro Silver engine. For the parts, you are running Silver Pro induction, Silver Pro ECU, Silver Pro fuel system, and Elite Platinum exhaust. You're going to slap in an Elite Platinum screw supercharger. That way you get the most torque to grip out of those corners. Sport Bronze nitrous. Elite Platinum road suspension. Iron basic brakes, Elite Platinum road tires. We're drifting it, so the road tires, just, it's predictable. It sets up really good. You can cram a lot more horsepower into it if you go lower tier on the tires for your build. I am not going to do that. I think the car is fine the way it is, but I think if you wanted to get a little more out of it, if you're really comfortable in that drift sector and you're good with the car kicking out randomly, you could probably make a few tweaks there. I know Slide did, but at the end of the day, as a new drifter trying to bring it to you guys, I felt that this car was pretty predictable the way it's set up right now, so go with that. And you can also get grip turns if you need them to an extent, so it's kind of a best of both worlds, or a happy middle ground, if you will. Iron basic clutch, and then the Elite Platinum, Super Gold 7-speed transmission. It was the max transmission, so Super Gold. Now, what I want you guys to see is we've got the 7-speed in there, meaning you have the most gears, gonna have the closest gear ratios, meaning they're shorter gaps between each one, giving you the best selection for the right gear for each corner. Overall, the most improved way you can build the car. If you go down to a 4-speed, it takes it right out of the class, adds a bunch of PI points. You know why it does that? Not because it's faster in any way for top speed or anything else, but because it takes that 0 to 60 and gives you a stat that is BS. Because the 0 to 60 is better, it also tells you your quarter miles better. It takes that 0 to 60 from 3.6 to 3.0. The reason that stat is increased is because now first gear takes us all the way past 60 mile an hour in this build, whereas the 7-speed, you've got to shift. We launch in 4th and go all the way to like 120 or 130, so we don't even care. But the fact of the matter is, if somebody was building by points, they'd be like, oh yeah, 4-speed, really good, better 0 to 60. No, get off of these stats, you guys. Like, 0 to 60 does not matter, quarter mile does not matter, because the game tells you this shit. And it's backwards. Like, you do not want that. Go with the 7-speed. That way you've got the most gear options for each individual corner based on how fast you're going. It's going to keep you in the power the most, and also give you faster shifts, so that way, like, your window for when you're in the power in the transmission gear ratio is like the best. There's a reason that we don't run 4-speed transmissions in like Indy cars or MotoGP bikes. Like, more gears, more better. Like, that's like the rule of thumb. Anyway, thank you for attending my TED Talk. Appreciate you. 7-speed. Put it in there. Elite Platinum differential. You guys can get away with just the Sport Bronze because you're running at 40% drift, but I run the Elite Platinum so I can play with the slider all over the place. So Sport Bronze will work. Auxiliaries, nitrous drift and nitrous grip, as I do. Handling. Slide that slider to the right, 40% drift. That was my happy spot for the car, and that's what Slide was running as well. If you guys are already drifters and you have a comfort zone, do whatever you think is best, but that's where I'm at, and it felt pretty predictable for me. Steering sensitivity, I run 2 clicks high. That's where I like it. Downforce, go to the middle, bounce it 1 click lower. That's going to give you the most performance on the top end, and it's the least amount of downforce you can get and still keep it in the class. Everything else is 330, goes to S+. You can go down, you can add more if you want, but I was going for the lesser side so that way it'd really poke up. Traction control off. Drift entry, I'm running gas and brake tap. Sometimes I remember to have gas tap and I'm good, but I always default to that brake tap because I've been doing it for so long, so I'm running both. I'm out here just sending it. That is going to be the BMW E30 and a little bit of a rant. I appreciate you guys for watching, trying to educate everybody and just, bring you up to speed on how the game calculates stuff and how that's really not the most optimal way to look at things. Stay tuned for the gameplay footage. It's pretty sweet. For those of you that stay this long, guys, Copium series, it's banging out of control. We found an exploit in the track for Copium series this week, so go watch the BMW M5 video. It's right after the build in the gameplay, and I explain the way to crash into a corner and give yourself a 5% lead every lap. So it's like a 10% of the track skip when you do it both laps, and we were pushing down our times a lot with that. So if you want to set a super omega fast time on Copium this week, that's the way to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. like the video if you would, please, especially while you're down there liking everybody else's comments, and subscribe if you're not. This is the place for everything that is Need for Speed Unbound and a lot of other racing games. As they develop and come out, I'm going to be branching off and doing a lot of other stuff because I like racing games. I'm an enthusiast. I'm a racer. It's what we do. So thank you guys so much for watching. Cornnut crew, you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye. All right, so we're out here. We're drifting, as we do. Learning it this week on Copium. This car is much better in a drift configuration than it is in a grip. We're going to pre-shift, start in 5th, see how that does for us. We got a lot of... 5th was a little high, 4th would be better. Alright. Oh, that was a little bit of lag there, that was crazy. Okay, coming around, we're going to get some draft off a Nightmare. We're going to start building our bar up so that way we can hook and then just get out of this corner. Damn, he clipped that car. We died. That went all poorly. Alright. Our man Nil, he hit the bridge too. We're all out here. Toxic Beast is out front. We gotta go catch his ass. Alright, we're gonna try to drift and shoot. It's, I've seen Slide do it. That's the move. Alright. Coming around the corner. We've got the speeds. Oh! This thing is a boat. Alright, we caught Toxic Beasts, and then his brother, Odds. We'll try to catch these guys. We'll see what's good. As you guys know, I don't drift. I grip and rip. This car doesn't grip. When it does, it makes these very, very wide turns that are, like, unreasonably wide. And for such a nimble, amazing BMW, it really puts me on the wrong foot. But we should be able to get it moving. So this is a good playlist for this car. You get to kind of use the top speed a little bit. We shouldn't have too much of a problem catching those 570s now. Those guys have got to be together. We got Toxic Beats and Toxic Beasts, like mods and AUT. So like the Toxic Bees, the Toxic Bees are our main rivals as far as I'm concerned. We beat one of them, and had we not got jammed up with the trucks, probably would have done better. This is a pretty good track for the car. It gets a little sideways. I'm not that good at it, but we're going to work on it. Should be cool. Should be cool. We're going to launch in 4th this time. Give that an honest effort. Launch in 3rd because I didn't get a chance to put in the right gear. Such drift. Much wow. Okay. Slide in. Boost out. Slide in. Boost out. Rear end Lex, that's what we do. Draft nil, because that's the cool move. Okay. I know this wiggle is like the move. Alright, try to wiggle so we can start getting some boost before this corner. Oh, hit the boost a little early. So I'm starting to get it. I'm not very good at it, but the concept, the proof of concept is there. You guys can kind of see that. I get the yellow bar kind of before the corner and then just point and shoot. Like, we really only need like 1 bar of boost to make it all work. Or you could do what I'm doing here and accumulate 3 on accident and then crash. That's definitely the Omega best meta move here. Alright, yeah, there we go. Not as much commentary on this one, guys, because I'm really kind of trying to, like, hone into a new skill that I don't have developed yet, but as you guys can see, we're really just trying to slide left and right, kind of do like these little micro drift grip turns here, and what that does is that builds us a bar of boost, so that way we can come in here and then just point and shoot out. And shoot into the wall, because that's Omega, the best way to go, for sure. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna slide into this corner. So overall, definitely not a clean run. But this car is definitely suited to what we just did. At least I was able to get around the corners. When I was shooting gameplay footage for this car in a grip configuration, I was literally just going wide all the time. I would start micro drift and it would just go into the buildings and stuff. It was just really not treating me right. And so as a drift setup, it's definitely a lot better way to go. I'm not very good at it, but at the end of the day, as you guys request the builds, I'm going to try to show you the best configuration that I've got for them. I think you could probably spice this up a little bit, but I'm not prepared to go down on the tires. I know that, like Slide, he'll run like some different tires on stuff. Like I've seen him use lower tier ones to get more power out of the cars, because when you're drifting, you don't really need it as much. But for myself, because I still want the car to handle somewhat appropriately when I'm not drifting, we're running those elites, and I think that's a pretty good blend right now. Yeah, I'm not sure if 4th or 5th. That guy, Toxic Mods, is out here, like, just desync. That guy's got to be... I've never seen that really before. That was really weird. Okay, that was odd as shit. Did you guys see that? We're going to try to catch back up to that and see if that dude's... Okay. Yeah, see, he's glitching and doing that weirdness again. I don't trust that. That's weird. That's weird. Like, that's some legit, like, well-placed lag. Can you imagine? Oh, shit. Did we get through the checkpoint? We did. Oh, yeah. Alright, cool, cool, cool. We needed that corner really bad. Dude, that guy's doing it on purpose. That's not lag. That's like, he's got a lag switch, because it only happens when he's close. Otherwise, his car doesn't teleport. That's toxic, bro. That is dude's name for sure. Like, it's like he was purposely coming to the left, purposely coming to the right. Like, he literally was getting close to us. I think he knows his car does that, because he's in here with his buddy. Like, if you know your car's going to shake back and forth and will stop opponents direct, like, that's something real special. Doesn't really make up for my positioning. I crashed all on my own because I got skill issues, but we are out here. Well, that was a rough playlist. But it gives you an idea of what the car can do. I mean, shit, it's got the top speed, it's got the legs on it. There's 211 right there at the end. But definitely not fast. Lex was out there. He didn't get involved with the lag, so he's or the lag switch. I don't know. I call that into question. But that'll be the E30s on top, so car's not bad. That'll be what we got for you guys today. I like to try to win for you, so we got one race in there. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.